Welcome to the Resilient Response Exercise Briefing. My name is Chris Floyd. I'm with the Disaster Resistant Communities Group and will be leading you through today's briefing. Over the next few minutes, we're going to cover a number of very important topics to ensure that your team's participation in the exercise is successful. First, group participation. The exercises are designed as group participation exercises. By that we mean neighbors coming together in someone's home, parishioners from a church coming together in a fellowship hall, or community-based groups working through the exercise from a local community center. The idea is, as you're playing through the exercise in a group setting, you'll be able to bounce a number of the scenarios and injects off one another as while you're both learning out how to become better prepared for a disaster, as well as working through some of the responses as to what you and your neighborhood or community would do in the event of a certain type of disaster. The mission of the exercise. Approximately a third of the exercise is going to have you and your team focusing on preparedness activities. What do you do as a neighborhood, as a community, as a group to better prepare yourself as well as your neighbors for the future disasters? So you'll be presented with a number of scenarios that you will work through to try to identify what are you currently doing to become better prepared, as well as have some access to other preparedness links, giving you ideas on what you can do in the future to become better prepared, both as a family, a neighborhood, as well as a community. The final two-thirds of the exercise will focus on you working as part of a group and responding to the actual situation that you're playing through, whether it's a flood or an earthquake or an influenza pandemic. So as you work through that exercise, you're going to be presented with a number of scenarios, and you'll be queued up to respond to those scenarios in terms of this event has just occurred in your neighborhood. How will we work together to meet the needs of our fellow neighbors who are suffering loss from a disaster, whether it's as simple as maybe fire suppression or first aid, or something a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more complex in terms of putting tarps over someone's roof whose shingles were blown off during a severe wind event. So remember, the exercise from the standpoint of planning and preparedness is to work through to assess your current preparedness level, but also to provide you with some additional tips on what you can do to become better prepared as a neighborhood or a community, and then work through a number of scenarios where you're actually responding to meet your neighbor's needs, your neighborhood needs, as well as your community needs. So it's important to stay focused on those two concepts as you play through the exercise. As you're playing through the exercise, we really want you to take some photographs or videos of your team in action. Once the exercise is over, please share those photos with us so that we can load them up on the Good and Ready website and demonstrate across the country what neighborhoods, what families, what community groups, and what churches are doing to become better prepared for a variety of different disaster types. So remember, take pictures, share them with us after the exercise. You can send the images to info@drc-group.com. Well, this wraps up our exercise briefing. We do recommend that you also take the opportunity to view the Onyx system briefing. That'll be the system that you play through the exercise on, so you fully understand the various parts and pieces of how that very intuitive, internet-based disaster exercise system works. With that, we hope that you have a very positive participation in the exercise and have a good day.